Happy New Year, and it is a Happy New Year, although it came very close to not being such a Happy New Year for a lot of people this year. Mint Hill Police Department and the FBI that we have foiled a terrorist attack that was planned to take place on New Year's Eve in Mint Hill, North Carolina. The defendant here is an 18-year-old named Christian Sturdivant. He has been planning this attack for about a year, but he's been planning an attack for far longer than that.
Give a little background on Sturdivant. He's a U.S. citizen. He turned 18 in December of 2025. The JTTF collected evidence showing he turned his back on his country and his fellow citizens by pledging allegiance to ISIS with the intent of becoming a martyr. We allege Sturdivant was willing to sacrifice himself by committing a terrorist attack using knives and a hammer to support the murder, torture, and extreme violence that ISIS represents.
He has been planning this attack for about a year, but he's been planning an attack for far longer than that. He was planning this attack in support of ISIS, and we have charged him with attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization, that organization being, of course, ISIS. Now, this is still very much an active investigation. We had to act quickly here to protect the public. So we are light on details, but we'll tell you as much as we can. And Mr. Barnacle will probably tell you more than I will about those charges, but I thought I would give you an overview of what's in the federal complaint and the charges that we charged. So Mr. Sturdivant started on the internet. He started reading ISIS material, started going to ISIS websites, making TikTok videos, and eventually reached out to what he thought was a member of ISIS. In reality, it was an undercover agent with NYPD in New York. He pledged his allegiance to ISIS with that undercover agent, and he disclosed his plans to, quote, do jihad soon. He then met a second undercover with the FBI, who he also thought was an ISIS participant, and he started to be very specific with his plans. He talked with that undercover agent, again, who he thought was ISIS. He talked about where he was planning to do this attack, which was at a grocery store and a fast food restaurant in Mint Hill, places that we go every day and don't think that we may be harmed. He talked about what means he would use to kill innocent people. He said he was going to wear a Kevlar vest and attack people with knives and hammers. And of course, he talked about when he was going to carry out this attack, which was New Year's Eve.
Special agents arrested him on December 31st as he was being released from a local medical facility. On Monday night, as Russ just said, the FBI's evidence response team conducted a search, an authorized search, at his home and on his cellular phone. What we found was a manifesto, which the federal complaint alleges contained detailed plans to execute a massacre on New Year's Eve as people shop, for the holidays. Without the swift action of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, New York City Police Department, the Mint Hill Police Department, and our partners at the United States Attorney's Office for the Western District of North Carolina, we could be announcing a national tragedy. Instead, a terrorist attack was thwarted.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodesh, Next, double honors to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well and have taught me this truth, peace, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Jake, you are the new face of terrorism. 2026. Jake, you are the face of terrorism. See that? And I brought this article out in the very beginning. You've seen a few brothers, and elders, have already talked about this topic before, man. But I'm going to tell you something, man, right? This thing here, I want to say this guy, and you see where it happened at, man. North Carolina, you see? I want to say it was in Charlotte, man. And a man like myself, I live very, I'm talking about very close to Mint Hill. I think like 5 minutes or something like that, man, away. Here it is, Jake. Esau grade, come after your ass. And we told you Israelites out there, you unity camps, you guys that want to come together with, what I just say other groups, because you got to watch your words out here, man. All right, we told you, man, and they're going to try to link all of us in together. So, Yahweh Rathazah, you sincere listeners out there, man, all right, you see what the hell is going on here. They're trying to link us all in together. Jake, they're making you the face of terrorism. Did I even have a man? The year of 2026 is going to be heavy for a lot of you individuals out there, man. See that? It's going to be heavy for a lot of us out there. Even me. Let's go ahead and grab another scripture here. I'm going to read that again. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. And read, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." You see that? And we, yeah. All right, we're not ignorant of what the hell is going on. Scripture tell you that Esau, right? That matter of fact, I'm gonna read that real quick. And Shalakia, I'm gonna go back to the video. All right, let me see here. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 10, and it reads, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of the Most High and the power of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the Most High day and night." You see that? And this is what's happening here, man. This devil here, it's constantly trying to, accuse us of things. You see? But it's all good, man. All right? Verse 11. "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death." That's right. That's why we tell you individuals out there, man, don't worry about this place. Verse 12, here's the point. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." It says, "Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil," there it is again, "has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Jake, you are the new face of terrorism. You better wake up. You better wake up fast. See that? You better wake up, and you better wake up fast. You better put on that whole armor, man. Now, let's go back to the video here. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Let me see here.
And it is a happy new year, although it came very close to not being so.
No, it's not a happy new year. You see that? And guess what? It still ain't going to be a new year. Anyway, let's keep going here.
A happy new year for a lot of people this year. Mint Hill Police Department and the FBI that we have foiled a terrorist attack that was planned to take place on New Year's Eve in Mint Hill, North Carolina.
Yeah, man, they showing the Twin Towers and all of that. You see? Yeah, man, they're trying to equate Jake. See that? Jake to blowing up the damn Twin Towers, man. You better snap the hell out of it, man. Hey? Man, you see him?
The defendant here is an 18-year-old named Christian Sturdivant. He has been planning this attack for about a year.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't know a whole lot of guys, Israelites out there with last name Sturdivant, but I'm just speaking my own piece as a man, So well, let me keep going.
But he's been planning an attack for far longer than that.
So pretty much this guy here, he was going to go out there with knives and hammers and all that, and I guess a Kevlar vest on, and go to a grocery store or a Burger King, somewhere in Mint Hill, right, and pretty much, had a spirit of the Lord created for vengeance jump on him, man. You Israelites out there, you better wake up, man. We in some evil doom and gloom. Jake, you are the new face of terrorism. Let's go ahead and go back here and grab some more scriptures. You know what's going on. That's why we're telling you brothers and you sisters out there, man, to wake up. Listen to this. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 6. I'm going to read it in the NLT. I'm going to start at verse 10. And the subtitle reads, the whole armor of the Most High. It says a final word. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. You see that? You better be strong in the Lord, man. Don't be strong, in your job. Don't be strong in a woman. You ladies out there, don't be strong in umbrellas and weaves and wigs. Right? You better be strong in the Lord. Continuing on, verse 11. Put on all of the Most High's armor, right? It didn't say some of it. So that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. You see that? And I'm telling you something, right? That is a strategy of the devil. Jake, you are the new face of terrorism. Verse 12, for we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers. There's that word again, evil. But against evil rulers and authorities of a unseen world. Ooh. Against mighty powers in this dark world and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. You see that? I ain't got to go no further there. You see what's going on here, man. You see what's going on. 2026, eh? A lot of people out there made New Year's what do they call it? New Year's resolutions and plans. No! A lot of you individuals out there ready to be thrown into prison. They say that, Jake, it was watching Jake's content on the internet, Yeah, man. Let's read this here. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, right? But as wise. That's why we're telling Jake to be very circumspect, man. Don't be out here, telling people, you walking down the street telling people about the truth. Hey, brother, you a Hebrew. Don't be doing all that, man. Just chill out and watch. And brothers, prophesy. Continue on. Redeeming the times because what? The days are evil. There's that word again. You see that? You better understand what times we're living in, man. See that? I'm going to read one more and I'm going to shut it down. Just something real quick through the spirit, Paul Yahweh Shem Shai. It's a lot of weird shit going on right here in Charlotte, man. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. And it read, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of the hearing of the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And in that day shall their fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. You see, and I'm telling you, man, I want to read that there because the famine of the word is coming, man. This man here, he pretty much told you. Matter of fact, I did a video not too long ago where it said, I want to say sometime in January or February this year where, it was January, where now, January 16th, I believe, that AI and all of that is going to be able to have access to all your emails, your what do you call it, social media accounts. They're going to be able to have access to all of it, man. right? And I'm telling you, when they start uncovering a lot of things, man, a lot of Jakes out there, right, are going to be deemed as terrorists. Jake, and you know what? They're going to take the word away, man. Jake, you are the new face of terrorism. The next time I say, Shalom.